Hey everybody, it's the new year and I got some new people coming on, of course, on Drummer Knows Best, Tony TC Coleman's Unlimited Podcast. And today I'm going to Compton and then go to Nashville where he is. And I got Kendrick Lamar. No, not Kendrick Lamar. I got Keb Mo. He's from Compton, so get ready for my brother Keb Mo. Hey, Tony TC Coleman, drummer knows.
That's what I'm talking about.
Subscribe, like, and share on all platforms. All right, I got him. I had to pay him. I ain't gonna tell you how much I had to pay him. Anyway, I got Keb Mo right now. How much I paid you?
$9.95.
Dang on it, I owe you a nickel.
All right, man, talk to me, man. What's going on? How you been?
I've been good, man. Since the last time I saw you, man. You look richer.
I am not.
Hey, before we get started, I gotta share something with you.
Yeah.
Y'all know this is Keb Mo. I know y'all know, but anyway, I'm Tony TC Coleman, but anyway, I gotta share something with you. I'm getting ready to come at you, man. I'm getting ready to come at you. I got a guitar.
Why would you do that? Why would you get one of them things for? Wow, man, look at that.
It was made just for me.
Wow.
Out of Nashville, where you are.
I didn't know you play guitar.
Shh, don't tell nobody.
All right.
Can't you hear me? Don't you hear those licks like B.B. King and Keb Mo right now? Don't you hear them?
I can't. There it is.
I ain't got it all, man. But you're gonna have to give me some lessons. So far, Rick Hall with Buddy showed me something, and a friend of mine in San Diego showed me something.
Yeah.
But
well,
I want to play guitar. Okay.
It's easy at first.
Can you hear that?
Oh man,
I would turn the amp on, but I don't want to embarrass myself.
Starting with the basics. Look at there, man. Oop-de-doop, the doop-de-oop-de-doop.
Man, I know a lot of people made big successes out with doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop.
Doop-de-doop. The Taj calls you gotta have the right oop-de-doop.
How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been all right. Just
you've been working.
Looking forward to our conversation.
Yeah, you've been working on your new record.
Yeah, I am working on my new record.
You're always working on stuff. You got your home studio at your home. I've been in there, but nobody invited me to play drums in there. But I've been in there though.
Well, I got to fly you all the way from Portland, Oregon. They got drummers, right?
Man, I hitchhike to come play with you, man.
I got to fly you in and put you in a hotel. And
I'll hobo on a train to get out there. I know the train to get on.
Yeah. Well, we have to rectify that then at some point, okay?
Yeah, we do. Before I'm checking out of here, man, I want you to say, "Well, I got TC on one of my songs."
Yeah.
When did you first start playing guitar?
I first started playing guitar in Cupertino, California.
Cupertino, California.
Cupertino is in the San Jose area. And San Jose, back then it was just a little community there, but now it's Cupertino is famous for being the place of digital technology and things like that. But my Uncle Herman taught me how to play the guitar. He lived in Cupertino, and it was in 1963, maybe 62, 12, yeah, 63, 1963.
1963. Mm-hmm. I was born in 55, so I was in. Anyway, I'm younger than you.
Yeah, you look better too. So don't.
I don't know about all that. Don't go too far. Don't go too far, son.
All right. Okay.
So you saw him play, and then you decided that's what I want to do. How did that happen?
I was there on a 2-week vacation. My mama sent me up there with him to hang with him for a while, my uncle. and he just put the guitar in my hand and said, "Here," start putting my fingers on it.
Really?
Yeah.
And you had like a natural feel for it?
I just, anytime you put an instrument in my hand, I'd always just start, well, how do you work this thing? You know. And then he showed me a C chord, then a G7, then the hard one, the F, you had to have, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah, that's
next thing
that
I
one.
know,
Y'all have to put them fingers in one.
mm, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
So then he started teaching me how to finger pick, and I started like doing and then the thumb and stuff, and it was real like, I always knew how to work my fingers. My fingers were very, so, so it's
Y'all
just,
fascinate me with that. Just doing that, man. I'm gonna have a hard time learning how to play.
yeah. So anyway, yeah. So he taught me, yeah, and he got me started. 2 week, a teacher every day teaching me something about the getting out. And by 2 weeks, I knew a couple songs. I knew how to play Jamaica Farewell and What I Say by Ray Charles. The first two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you had a talent show, and I bet you had a talent show growing up in school, and you showed out.
Yeah, but I was playing congas. I wasn't playing. Yeah. Yeah.
With Cougars. You was playing the talent show with Cougars.
Yeah. It was it was like we had a band, three of us, in high school. It was a guy named James Speed on the piano,
Hmm.
and I played the congas, and the drummer was Raymond Pounds from Wonderlove. You know Raymond Pounds?
I know the name. I don't know. I'm sure I've met him before. That name, I've heard that name.
Yeah, he's on look on Songs in the Key of Life.
Oh, okay.
He played with Stevie Wonder for years. That's Raymond Pounds. He was in the band and so it's James Speed, myself, and Raymond Pounds.
Wow.
And we played Hang On Stick.
Excuse me. I'm just getting up this morning. Uh, you can tell I'm getting older. I just set the water down and like,
Yeah.
so he was playing with Stevie Wonder, and were you playing in any bands when he got that gig?
I was just playing in little clubs.
You just
He
playing
was a
around.
Raymond was a serious jazz head. Even back then, he turned me on to Miles Davis and John Coltrane, McCoy Tyner, Elvin Jones, all them folks like that. He hit me to all those folks, and he educated me on what real music was supposed to be. So I was back there walking around trying to dissect, Herbie Hancock
Right.
so I mean, so he was very influential in pointing me in the direction of some great musicians to listen to.
That's always where they start you off. When I started out, listen to the jazz. I was like, wow, this is kind of hard. I just want to bang.
Yeah.
I mean, jazz has been like the school for all music and musicians. It's like jazz is a whole different standard for me. I was like, man, I'm not intelligent enough to play jazz, man.
Jazz, you got to have an IQ to play some jazz.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like that's a thinking musician's gig right there to be
You
able to
got your
play.
mind has to be quick. You have to have quick reflexes. You have to study hard. It's
Yeah,
like being in the NBA, but
exactly.
you know what I mean? You gotta be special. You gotta know what to do with a basketball. Like, you gotta you
Yeah,
know, it's like,
you
well,
can't
just
come out here.
rotate the
You're gonna get
ball.
knocked out. Boom, every time you shoot.
Yeah. It's easy to kind of just bounce it around, you know what I mean? But
Right.
you know what I mean? But if you want to really get crazy, you gotta go in and work on it. So that's
Yeah.
what jazz is. And so
So then you got your band, and what was the first so you would consider the first gig that made you feel like, yeah, I'm in the game? What was your first gig that makes you feel that way?
I'm still waiting to have that gig. I mean, when I feel like I was in the game, I
Yeah.
never felt I was, even though people invited me into the game, I never felt like I was in the game or I was like, oh yeah, now you know,
Right. Yeah.
no, I never did.
Really, really. Come on, Cam.
Well, when I first went out to play, I was in a little band we put together, and we played with Papa John Creech for a while, and
Right.
a band called Zulu, and Carl Bird was the drummer. He organized the band. He put the band together. He was from from Texas. He was a Texas guy. So we went to this club one night out in somewhere in Pasadena, no, somewhere in Los Robles, California, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to the club, and some friends of him was playing, and I saw a really good guitar player. And boy, I got my feelings hurt so bad,
That happens.
And the guitar player was Roland Batiste, you know.
Yeah, played with Earth, Wind, and Fire and everybody.
Yeah,
Roland was a bad, bad guy, man.
Roland Batiste. He was killing it.
I bet.
And I'm sitting there looking at him going like, okay, well,
Yeah, maybe I'll play bongos.
no, it's not like it makes you give up, but it kind of gives like somebody kind of just hit you in the chest.
Yeah.
Wake up, you're like, oh, wait a minute.
So, did you get to meet him and talk to him, and you became friends, that kind of thing?
I think I went in the corner and hid. I wouldn't even say I played guitar. I mean, I was just in the audience, just checking them out. But it would left a lasting impression on me as what a good guitar player might sound like, and what that meant even be, and what you can do, and how a person, and he could perform too. I mean, he couldn't just play,
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Kev, I think he played on Thriller's Gone.
Did he?
I think it was him and Larry Carlton
Yeah,
played. I may be wrong.
yeah. Was that one of the Crusader productions? Phil is Gone.
No,
Or,
no, no. But I think I remember hearing that he played on it, or rhythm. I think it's three guitar parts on that song.
yeah.
I
Um,
don't know.
but
I'm a
anyway,
drunk.
yeah, we talking about like you asking the questions, I'm giving the answers.
So now, after you saw Roland, you went home and practiced. I bet, huh?
No, I went home and cried. Then I cried.
I said, dang, I'll never be that good.
And I
So
never did. You know what I mean?
no, you're good.
As good as he was playing that night, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I never did get that good. But you know what I did do?
What's that?
I figured out what works for me.
Right, right.
I figured out who I am, and what I can do with what I got, as
That's
opposed
right.
to compare myself to some other person and their gifts,
Yeah. So now, if people don't know your background, Keb, they'll think when they listen to you, man, Keb Mo, he from Texas down south somewhere. He from Mississippi and Arkansas and all of that, man. He play all that folky stuff, man. That boy got a lot of culture growing up in that southern part of the world. But you grew up in Compton.
Yeah, I mean, like I think people that are not from down there will think I'm from down there. But people
Right.
from down there know I ain't from down there.
Okay, I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they go, man, he ain't got enough grease on his shirt, man, when he eating.
They be like, I don't know that something ain't quite, you know.
He
But what I'm saying
almost
is that,
from, wait,
when
who's,
like people from California or somebody and up somewhere like other places might think they think I have a southern accent
yeah, well,
until I go down there.
yeah,
They go like, nah.
uh-uh. No, I understand you way too good for that to be a
Yeah.
possibility. Cause
So,
I mean, but the way you play and
well,
sing,
there's some elements that I embraced the South. I embraced what came out of there musically as it pertains to African American culture,
hmm
and I knew that some of that DNA and some of that experience was running through my veins.
yeah,
'Cause my mother's from Hooks, Texas, and my father's from Heflin, Louisiana.
there it is, there it is, there it
So
is. Whether you want it or not, that you got
I
it in
know,
you.
I know it's in me. You know what I mean? I know that. How it's going to show itself, we don't know. But like I say, that the connection between that music and the church and that music and all that stuff was like, oh, okay, now that's and that music that came from down there, that southern, Delta blues and all that
Hmm.
stuff, whatever, like R&B, like, what they call other stuff, um, grown folks music.
Yeah, yeah. I hated grown folks music, Kev. I did not like the blues.
You grew up.
Yeah, right. They be playing the blues and dancing at the house, on the weekends, frying fish and having a good old time. And I'd be like, man, I hate this stuff.
Yeah, you just didn't understand it.
Right.
You just did when you're a kid. How you supposed to understand it?
I
How we
know.
supposed? I sat around this playing it around me all the time, but I didn't understand. I'm just going, well, I don't know. This what the old folks listened to. We all thought like that.
Yeah.
One day we became the old folks, and it says, and you were like, wait a minute, oh, all of a sudden you hear it. Oh, okay.
Uh, so
Taj,
once you,
Taj always tell me that story about Lightning Hopkins used to say, you know what I mean?
uh,
Taj say, Lightning would say, people say they don't like the blues. You know what I tell them? He say, just wait.
yeah, blues gonna be your bestest friend.
Just wait. Mhm.
So now, did you just started to think maybe I want to play blues more bluesy, or what stopped you from becoming like get the funk out my face, and Ohio players or Jimi Hendrix, or you know what I mean? What made you decide to get your flavor like you got it?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't call it decide. I would call it me like a call to be led into. I was led into. The first thing is I was playing clubs. I played, like I say, in my early adulthood, between my early 20s, I played with Papa John Creeks. And when I
Yeah, I
came back,
want to talk about Papa John Creech. People, we got to talk about that.
then when I came back home after playing with him, I started playing, getting into playing in clubs. I got hired to play in some club bands and things.
Hmm.
That's for the Ohio players and all this
Yeah.
stuff. But basically, I played guitar. I would learn the parts on my instrument so I could be in the band.
Hmm.
That's what I wanted. I wanted to be in the band. I wanted to play. So I had the first 15 years of my music journey as a professional. Well, I would call, and I use that term loosely. I was somehow the way I was making a living playing the guitar. I knew just enough, and I knew that thing, whatever that thing was running through me. I was
Right.
very musical, you know. I was my musical inclination. There was never any question with that. But as far as an identity or a genre or finding that, I wasn't looking for that. I just wanted to play gigs.
Right.
I didn't want to sing. I did want to write. I liked
Yeah.
the idea of writing songs. But I didn't want to really do that. I just wanted to play behind singers and be in the band and play and have a nice guitar, having some nice pedals, make some money, go home, pay my rent, get out there and do it again. You know,
You weren't thinking like, now I got to step up to the microphone and sing a song now that I'm playing. You didn't feel like that?
here's what happened. I'm in this band, and with Papa John and the Zulu, and we started. One of us says, "Yeah, we had the drummer left the band, and so it was just us four of us, and we said, well, one of us got to sing, you know."
Yeah.
We all went around, we all sang, and I sang. And he said, "Okay, you the singer."
And everybody else let you got it.
I kept getting picked, you know. Yeah. So then I started singing and writing off. So I found out that singing was not just opening your mouth making noise. Like you start playing in clubs and you get hoarse and I didn't know how to maintain my voice and doing a lot of things. So over the
Right.
years, I messed my voice up pretty bad, but I got it back together in the through the '80s. I did voice recovery in the 80s, tore it up in the 70s.
Because you were shouting, you were being a shouter, huh?
No, I just didn't know how to, you play in them clothes. You don't have no monitors. They got
Yeah,
nothing.
right. Yeah,
Nothing. I ain't got no technique, nothing. But I could
right.
sing. I could put a song across, you know, with no technique. So anyway, that's the story. So for me, all my decisions were made based on necessity, need,
Yeah,
need to survive. What do I need to do to survive?
yeah, yeah.
You know. So, um, you know, like Papa. Well, we'll talk about Papa John, but everything that happened to me happened out of circumstance and me
Hmm.
just showing up in my guitar. I was not hustling. I was not trying to be a star.
Right.
I was not trying to do any of that stuff. I just wanted to just be in the game, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And I figured out how to do that because that's how I figured out how to play and be an accompanist because it didn't take much chops to be an accompanist in bands.
Right.
But if you want to solo and be like outstanding like that, that took some effort. But I took what I knew and what I knew about soloing and what I knew about chord structure, rhythm, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was always able to shape myself and to figure out how to fit in. So I take little bits of what I do and fit in.
Mm.
I just, and that's what I still do now. I take little pieces and I fit in.
Well, you be fitting in good, son. You fit in good.
Well, one thing I did recognize earlier that when I looked on the back of albums and who was playing guitar and listened to the albums, it seemed to me that rhythm guitar players were making a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
rhythm, the backing, the person that could be in the band and be. So I said, well, try that. So I'm a kind of a calculator in the sense of what do I got to do to get me to get, you know?
Okay.
So when I go to the gig, first thing I do is get the right tone and figure out the right chinky chinky, you know,
Right.
where to put what I got,
Yeah.
how to respond when the singer sings, when other people's, how to call and response, and how to play off the drummer, play off the bass, play off the keys, not play over people, but find little spots where you can shine in. And that's what I did.
You do it well.
Yeah, because I wanted to eat.
So
I had
so
this
did
bad, I had this bad habit of getting hungry and
yeah,
eating.
the
Like,
music business will make you want to eat. You can be
I didn't
hungry.
want, I didn't want to sleep outdoors in my car.
Well, that's part of the DNA of music. You go to want to eat and you go to want to have a nice place to lay your head. If people say, "Hey man, what Tony, give me some advice. How can I become a good musician?" Well, make sure you got a lot of food stamps and you know. So now you're in the business. You're in the game now. How did Papa John Creech hear you and how did you get in his band?
We were rehearsing. I've told this story many times. We were rehearsing at a little recording studio that was in a storefront, in a little, storefront on Adams Boulevard in LA. It was between La Brea and Crenshaw.
Oh, okay. I know where that is.
Yeah. And it was a little restaurant called the Jet Set Cafe, 2 doors down from the studio.
Just okay.
There was a place called the Cork. There was if you ever been to know LA history, there's a place called the Cork. I don't know if it's still there.
Yeah.
Old family restaurant, black-owned family restaurant that's been
Hmm.
there for years. My dad used to take the Cork,
Yeah.
little bar and restaurant.
Hmm.
And so this was right between Jet Set Cafe and the Cork. We were rehearsing there. Papa John, Miles Grayson, piano player who was producing this record, Roger Spots were heading to the Jet Set Cafe. Papa John, Roger Spots, and Miles Grayson. They were headed to the Jet Set Cafe to get something to eat, some soul food,
Yeah.
you know? And they heard us in there rehearsing. And they came in there. See what was going on.
Right.
and they hired us to play on that Filthy Funky album from
Did you
back.
know who? Did you know who he was?
Oh,
You hadn't heard of him before or anything, huh?
nope.
That's amazing how that stuff like that happens.
Yeah, I had so many things, circumstance, put me where I need to be, and that is just crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like I say, I'm not necessarily an ambitious, calculating kind of person. Going like, okay, I'm not going to like this, you know.
Yeah.
I just said, and years later, I think I put it together as to what was happening. You know, I would always think about what I wanted to happen, visualize it, and it's called like manifesting. You know,
I've done it all my life.
manifesting what you want in your life
Yeah,
through your thoughts, deed, and actions.
that's right.
You know, so even though I didn't know what I was doing, even way back then, even in my pre-teens, I was manifesting what I wanted, what I needed, because I was always had my mind on. Like I started out playing trumpet in the beginning band at General Rosecrans Elementary School in
I
Compton.
see you was gonna let. Hold on a minute, Cab. Mr. Mo, you didn't tell me you was playing trumpet. Now you were the bongo man and guitar. You was playing trumpet.
Listen, I had a trumpet. I had a rented trumpet.
Okay.
My mama rented from so I could be in the beginning band.
Okay.
And you know, if you know anything about trumpet, very disciplined instrument.
Yeah.
If you know me, anything about me, discipline is something I don't have a whole lot of. But I
Well, I'll
love
stay.
music.
I get that amperature and all that.
But I love music, and music when I got in that band,
Mm-hmm.
got in the uh, beginning band, I tried out, you know, and I got in there, and we first day we got in there, we everybody hit that note, and it says, okay, everybody now hold on, blah, sounded awful. I loved it. You know, I said, whoa. It was like,
So yeah,
you know,
I can see you being a trumpet player.
yeah, I'm glad you could. But you know, yeah, so I played trumpet, and then um uh my mother had a breakup with her current husband months later, and we moved.
Mm-hmm.
He had kids and she had her own kids, and we was like a little the Black Brady Bunch, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
You know. So she moved, and then when we moved, I had to go to a different school, and I took my trumpet. They let me in the band, and within about a month of being at the school, they said I couldn't be in the band anymore. You know, because
Why?
my grades weren't up to snuff to be in the band.
Uh-huh.
So
See?
they threw me out the band.
See there?
I was devastated. You
See
know?
that? That's what you get. You should have been studying. See?
Yeah.
Let me get that switch. Let me
I
boy, get in there and read that book.
I was just leaving.
Get in
don't
that book. What are you doing in there, Cap?
don't get the switch, man. So then I was out the band. My mother got me private trumpet lessons from a name
Okay.
named Mr. Turpo. He
Oh,
would come
okay.
by the house. I think he charged like $10 or $15 a lesson to come by, which is a lot of money back then.
That's
You
a
know?
lot of money back then, man.
And I kind of practiced sometimes with the trumpet,
Yeah.
you know, like that kind of thing. And he told my mama he told my mama, she said, "You wasting your money on him," and she was. To be fair, because I wasn't. He's a trumpet player. He's a trumpet. He know what it takes to be a trumpet player.
Right, right.
You know? So anyway, so now I'm out the band. I ain't no trumpet, nothing. So within the next 6 months, I think my grandfather helped my mother get a down payment on a house.
Mm-hmm.
And with the house was I still own the house. That house that we went to, that's my house now, And um and we're in the house. Um all of a sudden I hear down the street some clanging. What's it? You know, it's a steel drum, steel band,
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
steel drums. I'm like, and so the kid whose dad had the steel band, his name's Carlos. He's still my good buddy, Carlos County. And he came down there.
Is he still playing?
I was a new. No, he doesn't play anymore. He was a new kid on the. I was a new kid on the block.
Okay.
So he took me down there and showed me the steel drums and showed me like I said, look at this, like, and he had it and he showed me look at this. He played a little something on the drum, and he said, "You want to try it?" I said, "Yeah." And I played with him right after him. I just played what he played right after him.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, So I don't know. He must have kind of got with his dad and stuff like. So anyway, making a long story short, fast forward, there was a lot of us boys on the block
Right.
that played. I was the one that was kind of the musical nerd, of the music. I had the musical feel, the propensity towards music, and so he ended up getting rid of his adult band, and he put a band together with all the kids on the block, and I was in the band.
Okay.
So now that's when I felt I was back in business. That was a god, and the address of the house, that we moved in, which I didn't figure out till I was in my 50s, was my birthday. It's 1003. So my birthday is October 3rd.
October.
So 1003 is the address of the house.
October 3rd.
Yeah. That house is the rebirth of my music, in that house. So in that house, in the next 7 years, which I lived in that house with my 3 sisters and my mama, I learned to play guitar, I learned to play steel drums, I learned to play drums. My mother ended up buying a piano for my sister.
Wow.
So she gets to get piano lessons, my younger sister,
I met your sisters, remember?
Rochelle had piano lessons, and my mother, being a church, she wanted some of her kids to be able to play some music. So, and I did my guitar, I picked my guitar, and whatever chords I knew on the guitar, I started picking them out on the piano, figuring out, well, where's this note on the piano?
Right.
Ding, oh, wait, ding, oh, ding, 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 ding. Oh, okay. So I was like curious because during that time, that gap when I didn't have an instrument to play, I was, I got to go to see my uncle, and he taught me how to play some little bit of guitar.
Right.
When I got back, boy, I just begged my mother, I want a guitar. And she was like, no.
I know what you did with that trumpet. I ain't going there.
We ain't going anymore.
She's like, we ain't gonna do that.
She said, you had your chance. That's it.
No, buddy.
So anyway, I talked my father into getting me a guitar. He took me down to Sears and got me a guitar from Sears and Roebuck.
That old Sears, boy.
Good old Sears. And now I got me a guitar. And I'm like, ooh, you couldn't do nothing with me. So I'm still playing the steel drum. So meanwhile, during my formative years, between the last elementary school, middle school, which was junior high back then, as you know,
yeah,
and high school, I learned guitar, steel drums, congas, drums, and in high school, they let me in the band playing French horn.
Oh, okay.
Because I had experience with the trumpet and the brass, the thing like that. They let me, and by the time my fingers were like this, but so now I had been working these fingers on the guitar like this, so now my left hand worked. Like French horn is a left hand fingering instrument, So Anyway, I got in the marching band, and I spent 3 years in the marching band. That's where I met all my band buddies. We got in the cover band. I played a little guitar, and they let me in there. When they wanted another guitar player in the cover band, they got me in there, even though I couldn't play. I still couldn't play that good. But I had a guitar, and they taught me. The other guitar player taught me how to play the parts. He said, "This is my part. This is your part. You play this. I'm gonna play this." Bam. Right on. Let's go.
Who is that guitar player?
Stanley Freeman.
Is he around?
Yeah, he's around. Still lives in Long Beach.
Is he playing still?
He don't play much no more. Fortunately, he's dealing with Parkinson's right now.
Hmm.
He taught me.
That's funny.
He got guitar lessons. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's funny when you talk about that. I think about all the people that I played with in school and stuff, and it's like only a few of us went all the way with it. That's funny how that happens sometimes. Like you're playing with everybody. He's showing you how to play this, that, and the other, and now you're Keb Mo now.
Well, I was one of the few that went all the way with it.
Yeah.
And what's funny about it, even though I wasn't qualified, all those guys were played much better. They read music.
Right.
They were like, they went to college, music and stuff, and I just got in the streets and went at it. And but all those experiences of playing in the orchestra at school, playing in the marching band, playing steel drums, playing guitar, and I was the conga player in the jazz band at school.
Hmm. Do you still play steel drums?
Yeah, I got one in there.
You ever heard of a steel drummer named Othello?
Really, no.
He was with Jaco Pastorius for a while.
Oh, he can play.
Yeah, and I had a friend in Daytona Beach. I played in a reggae band that they grew up together. Man, talk about incredible steel drummer, man. Joe Isidore and Othello. But everything Jaco did, he did it on steel drums.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
dang, man.
No,
And he used to make them. He used to make his own steel
yeah.
drums. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy that had taught me on Compton, he made his own. He made all the steel drums we had in the band. He made them all.
Yeah, man, I just love hearing you say this, and then you say all the guys in Compton, because when you hear Compton, you don't think anything about musicianship and musicians. You think Compton, man. I think they not like us. They not like us. Dr. Dre and stuff. What happened? You didn't become a Keb Mo Dre.
But let me tell you something about Compton. Compton, the history of Compton, like when you look at NWA, those were geniuses. Compton is the land of genius.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. All those badass rappers come out of there. My
My,
goodness,
my,
so much talent. But
my friends, Compton, let me tell you what Compton was. Compton was a community that bordered Watts on the south side.
hmm
If you know about LA.
yeah,
A lot of people from Watts all came from the south, and they came there. When they came to Compton, when they started letting when they started letting black people buy houses in Compton, and the white folks left, Compton was a fully developed community. It had 3 high schools, 4 or 5 middle schools, lots of education. It had its own fire department, its own
yeah,
police department. It had a symphony orchestra. It had
yeah.
a history museum of Compton. It was because it was a white community, but they had
hmm
put all these things in place. Where it was like just like those other communities like Linwood and Downey and all that stuff. But the black folks moved to Compton, so Compton kind of got, because of racism. Compton was, but for years, all those things that we had, the schools and stuff, stayed in place. You know, and
Yeah.
you actually got a good education in Compton.
And I know black culture, like we're joking around about switches, getting a switch. People don't know what we're
Yeah.
talking about. If some of my folks out there, switches was like you go and get a branch at home, Richard Pryor used to talk about. He said every time he see one of those trees, he want to chop it down. You go when you do something bad, you get in trouble. Now you're gonna get punished for it. Your mother, your parents tell you, go get me a switch. So a lot of that culture, those switches kept people
Yeah.
on the straight and narrow. It's like getting switches, man, on those legs. Okay, I won't do it again. I won't do it again. And now go in there and read. Make you stay off the streets. You had to learn how to do something other than just sit at home and brood. So I'm sure a lot of them those switches made people have to learn something.
It wasn't all negative. It's kind of like all of a sudden when they took the switches away, all of a sudden you couldn't whoop your kids. Now, some parents kind of took it too far, probably.
Oh, of course, yeah. Like anything else, like eating pie. I overeat pie.
It was meant to be a lightweight physical discipline
Yeah,
to keep you in line,
of course.
and we were in line.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It worked.
So you have to stay at home and you have to find something to do. And if you're rapping or writing, you're gonna be creative and do something to figure out something to do. So it was a lot. It's a lot of that going on today. Whereas you just I see everybody got their phone and it's no communication with others. But we had to be creative to hang with each other.
There was a block full of boys. I mean, like there was on my block, there was probably 25 active boys just run up and down the street.
Yeah.
Various whatever little clans and on the
Yeah.
block that would hang together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you go down the street now, like nobody out.
No.
Everybody's bicycles running down the street.
Yeah.
everything.
Oh yeah.
Get out the street with your bicycle. You gonna
That's
get
right.
playing football in the streets, hanging out, the steel drum, making noises. They making all that racket down there. Shut that garage.
That's
door.
right.
It's loud. It's like
I used to get into it playing my drums, practicing, and the neighbors, boy, when you gonna stop? My grandmother like, he all right, shut up. I know as long as I hear those drums, I know he's here doing something.
Yeah. No. Like, that was. I look down the street now, and there's two people that live on the block that I grew up with. My friend Skeeter. He lived right next door to the house, and I learned how to play steel drums in.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 doors down was Mrs. Thompson. She just turned 90.
Mm.
She was there when we got there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how long she had been there. She was there when we got there, and she's still there.
Yeah. I like your video, your song. I'm going back home.
Back. Good to be back. Good to be home.
Good to be home. Now I'm gonna ask you a question about that video. Is that the house that you grew up in?
Yeah,
That's it?
that's it.
Wow. You too tall. You can't live in that house no more, Kev.
I can't. But I do. But that's my son is my roommate. My son is a drummer. My old son is a drummer. Yeah, you should meet him. He's quite a drummer.
Oh, I'd love to meet him. You have to introduce. I met your sisters. You introduced me to your sisters.
Yeah, they're. I mean, like, I have a beautiful family.
Yeah.
My family, we're close. We don't have no feuds. Anybody fussing over nothing.
Yeah, I can tell your sisters. They were like your private security team. I said, I'm gonna get Keb there. I'm just kidding, sis. Both of them, they're like, what you say?
I'm gonna cut you. This is my sister. But they'll give me that same look. You know what I mean? We can mess with him, but you can't mess with him.
Yeah, exactly right. That's another part of culture like that.
Yeah.
So when you was out there with Papa John Creech, man, I was checking him out when I was in high school because I get the feeling you were like me about records, and I just reading the back, who's on the record, and looking at the album covers and stuff. But I had everything from rock to Bach. I would all kinds of music. And Jefferson Airplane before they was Jefferson Starship. He played with them,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Well,
So
you back
did you
there.
was he still playing with them occasionally when you got with him?
He was still playing with Jefferson Airplane as
Yeah.
they became Jefferson Starship.
Right. Okay.
And I got to see him play with the Jefferson Airplane, the Starship, and all that stuff. And we'd go to gigs, and I think we even like at Winterland. We opened up at Winterland one time for
Hmm.
the airplane.
That's
It was,
like arena in San
it was,
Francisco,
I mean,
folks.
like man,
Winterland.
Papa John took me everywhere.
Now I looked. I was trying to do a little bit of research, trying to be like somewhat of a serious
Journalist,
interviewer,
a journalist.
a journalist,
Yeah.
a journalist. But I was looking at Midnight Special. Is that you playing guitar with BB and Papa John Creech,
With BB and Papa John Creech.
and John Lee Hooker on Midnight Special?
What was I wearing? The suit.
You had like a white suit.
It was a pink suit.
That might have been a dang on bass player. I should have looked more closer.
No, I was on the Midnight Special with Papa John.
That was you, I know, cause you was still tall and lanky. I know that was you.
Yeah.
I know that was you.
Knowed.
I knowed it. I'm just acting up, folks. I know it. I knew it. I knew.
Come on, use the King's English. Come on. Come on, Tony. All right.
Well, I saw Keb the first time I saw him. He was with Papa John Creech. Yeah, he played good fiddle, and he was right there with it. He was there. I saw him. He been around a long time. He can play. But he's too handsome. I never liked that about him. Yeah, man. I remember we toured together in Europe. You were on the bus hanging with us.
You was in there when I was sitting there riding with the King. That was when I was riding with BB. He just sat there rocking like this.
Yeah.
When he looked over me, he said, "Son."
That's how I call everybody, son. Son.
Yeah, he would just drop nuggets all the time.
Yeah. So when you did that gig, that particular era when you were playing with Papa John Creech and you were with BB, it must have been a lot of major artists around. Like, was Taj around? During that period, did you see Taj?
I didn't see Taj much, but we would play these festivals sometimes. With Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight. I mean, like, I just got to saw so many places, with Papa John. So many different things. What's that? Commander Cody.
Oh yeah.
And we would do stuff with all these, just Flying Burrito Brothers and shit like that.
Yeah.
And all these clubs up in the Northeast, like my father's place on Long Island, and
Yeah.
and the what's that place in Willimantic called? I met James Cotton there.
Did you ever play at the Golden Bear?
Yep.
That was the first gig I played with BB, the Golden Bear in Huntington Beach. You remember Norman? You remember Norman with BB, the old man? Norman?
Grouchy Norman. I remember Norman.
Grouchy Norman. Norman say, "Yeah, I remember when y'all first got with BB. Y'all played in Huntington Beach. Over there in Huntington Beach."
I had
Heineken Beach.
I had a really good moment with Norman. You know what I mean?
Hold it. Time out. You had a really good moment with Norman?
Yeah.
I want to hear this.
It was really great because he was enamored. He was so happy when Obama got elected president.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, my grandmama told me, she said, "Boy, you listen. One of these days, we're gonna have a black president." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was so proud that he lived to see that.
Yeah, he was.
You
He
know what I
was.
mean?
He
I mean, like that was a huge turning point in America and in the
it
world,
was.
but positively and negatively in the sense that, like, it sprouted hope, it sprung hope eternal, and it also, dug up some racism that was still lurking around.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so
We
so
you
it's like,
know race. Excuse me. Go ahead, Kev. I'm sorry.
yeah, I mean, like when I just say the word, not that I want to, I give that word no power because I don't subscribe to it because even though I know it exists and what it's just, I think um, it has nothing to do with me. You know, I just go like, well, what they talking about? Well, they got that kind of feeling. Well, I'm just like, okay, why? I don't even why.
See, I grew up. I tell this story today. I keep telling this story because when I grew up down south in Kissimmee, Florida, people call it Kissimmee, Florida. It's right next to Orlando, Disney World. But my grandmother raised me and three other siblings. But the first time my grandmother took me downtown Kissimmee, and when I was a little kid, I used to do coloring books and coloring crayon and watercolors. I was into art. I wanted to be an artist. I still like designing and stuff. Anyway, so I like colored stuff, crayons. And I saw the water faucet said colored water. And I ran to the faucet. I ran, Kev. I was so excited. Colored water. And I ran to the faucet. And I turned the faucet on. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh man, this colored water coming. I know it. I'm thinking the water gonna look like grape Kool-Aid or something. And strawberry. I know I'm gonna get some strawberry Kool-Aid or something.
Yeah.
Colored water. So my grandmother noticed me and she's like, boy, drink the water. What are you doing? I go, I'm waiting for the colored water. She, get away from that faucet. Ain't no colored water. Man, I was pissed
Yeah.
off. Like, but it said colored water. Boy, I could taste that colored water, boy.
You want some grape? You want some grape soda?
I want that grapes Kool-Aid water. Come on out. It ain't coming. Where's the strawberry?
Yeah.
And then I realized what it was, but
Yeah.
it's so weird how those days growing up down south with uh, colored water, colored restrooms.
You actually saw that, man. You're younger than me. You actually saw it. I
Yeah, and
never.
I grew up with that and being called the N word and not like a rapper N word. And I'm not understanding this, and it's real confusing, and it's really frustrating, and it's kind of like it's like they say hurt people hurt people. Well, sad people make people sad, but those mean people, man, based on the color of your skin, something are we still talking about dealing with this today? I thought we was more intelligent than that. So I have to say it does make you play. For me, those experiences growing up will make you play. I play kind of aggressive, kind of I have to pull back sometime, but it's because that anxiousness of wanting to get away from that. So people don't understand, man. When you're around that kind of racism growing up, it's still in you, but you have to control it. And then because my grandmother said, in spite of them treating you like that, you still got to do good.
Well, I had the privilege of growing up in Southern California. And then we had it there, but because there was so little of it, I took on the thing of that. I lived in my mind. Those things that I tell me, those things that kind of like happen to me all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I I take that as like that God was controlling
I agree.
my
I've been so blessed like that.
not so when people start doing something, I just go, I feel sorry for them. Like, y'all missing out. And, and,
Exactly.
and it caused me to bypass all of that blame on the people. And I still today, I don't blame people for my anything.
Right.
It's just like I
Yeah.
go,
No.
if I want something, I go straight to the source. You know,
You have that Martin Luther Kingish kind of demeanor. You have that. Your persona is very relaxed and very calm. Me, I have more of a Malcolm X radical seem like sometimes I be getting upset, but I'm not really that way. It's just I get frustrated, but
You
you
know
you you
what?
you
What?
you,
What?
you and
What?
I just you and I talked about this a little bit on the cruise about being calm and cool and collective about stuff. You know, I'm just gonna say this, and I appreciate talking to people
You
like you.
shared a story with me a while ago. Yeah.
Sorry.
You shared a story with me a while ago.
Oh,
Stories.
really?
Yeah, about me. But I think I don't hold anyone responsible for giving me or not giving me anything.
No,
You know,
no.
it's like
Yeah,
all those things. Like if I get mad at someone because I think they're not favored, working in my favor. First of all, why am I looking to them anyway? For
right.
it's like I need to. There's plenty for everyone, and me getting you getting what you need, and anybody on the planet getting what they
Right.
need does not hurt anybody else.
Right.
There's plenty to go around. So I just went like, I feel sorry. If you're thinking that way, I think you're just missing the point.
Right.
You're
Well,
missing out.
well, well, Keb, I'm
Yeah,
going to
Tony.
give, I'm going to give you the Tony Coleman Nobel Peace Prize. It's yours, and then I want it back, and I want you to give it to me. Give me it back.
Here, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you this right here.
No, man, where'd you get that from? Wasn't I in your studio there?
Yeah. Did you see
Why,
this?
why didn't I see that? I would have stole it. I would have stole it.
You know where I got this from?
Where'd you get that?
Sid Seidenberg gave me this in
Sid,
1970 something. I don't know where yet.
Sid gave you that?
He gave me this, and it had a little thing on it. It had a little stand on a little block, and I
Yeah.
lost the block. But I've had this since the early 70s.
Okay, invite me over. Invite me over like you. Hold on a minute,
This
folks.
is one of my pride possessions. This right here, this BB statue.
Hold on. Keep showing me that. Hold on. Hold on. I got to say something. Every January 1st, when I was in Nashville for a few
Yeah.
years working, Keb invite everybody to his home, and we have a lot of good food and play music, and it's so nice. You still do that?
No, we haven't done it lately.
Well, if you do it
Oh,
again,
oh,
I
yeah.
want you to take me downstairs. I will steal this. Don't do that. Give it here.
Well, son.
I'm feeling that, man. When you do that, I'm actually feeling him, man. Don't do that to me.
It's in my studio right here on
I'm stealing that, folks. I'm gonna steal it. If it come up missing, you'll say, "God dang, Tony took it. He took it."
Yeah, man.
That's cool. So Sid, what? He just gave it to you?
It was part of things that they merchandise that they were selling for BB. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Merchandise.
really? I never saw that
Yeah,
before.
and it was before your time. You probably wasn't even playing with him yet. See, I met him before you. You don't understand.
We had that discussion.
Yeah. So,
Whoopie doo. You met BB before I did. I'm
so,
mad.
I said, man, what's that? That's a cool statue, man. Wow, that's great. He said, you want it? I said, yeah. And he gave it to me.
Wow, that's cool, man.
He was sitting in his office.
I went to uh I went to Auschwitz with Sid to visit Auschwitz.
Whoa, wow. I went to Auschwitz one time too, man. That was a
I had a sick feeling for a long time. Did you feel that
the
feeling?
darkness. It was a combination of the darkness and the intention and the
Yeah, it was terrible.
evil in people's hearts that it was organized. They kept records. I mean, it was a business. They was killing
Yeah,
people. And
yeah.
it was like, wow. I just couldn't believe it. It was a factory. It was a death factory.
Yeah, man. I think every human being should go visit that place, man. I mean, we got the same thing, I haven't been to Africa to visit where the slave ships took off, but I went to the Black African American Museum in D.C. Amazing, amazing. But You do some humanitarian things. I know that about you. You're very human. I told you, I'm giving you the Nobel Peace Prize. You're going to get it, son.
Nobel, Nobele, Nobel.
The Noble. The Noble. I'm not saying Nobel Peace Prize. I said you know what I'm doing right now.
No.
I'm giving you the Nobel Peace Prize.
All right. Yes, sir.
I'm
Thank
giving,
you.
yeah. You do a lot of humanitarian things through your music, and
I try to. I mean, the thing is, um, what I'm always looking to do with each song and with each thing I do is to everything have a inspirational, humanitarian, or some positive ring to it that that resonates. So even when I'm not trying to be, uh, you know, like obviously you go, well, we're gonna do a fundraiser, like okay, but
right.
everything is everything is doing something noble. And I try not to like look at it like, well, I'm just doing it, just and I do what I do, and I hope it
You
resonates. And so
you're always writing, and we've had that discussion a little bit about writing. Now you gonna write. You gonna write a song with me, right?
well, like, see, now you're gonna hold me right to that.
That's right. That's right. Say
You
it.
want
Do
me to go
like
on
this.
record?
Do
All
your
right.
head up and down. Do that.
Yeah. Yes.
Keep doing that. You gonna write a song with me, right? All right, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it first, folks.
It's gonna
Folks, you
happen.
heard it. Yeah, right with Tony. Right with Tony. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it because I've been really getting into your writing. I wasn't really listening and paying attention to you like I'm doing lately, but you be writing some good stuff like that woman dancing by herself, man. And you know what? I see that woman dance by herself all the time, man. I thought she wanted romance. You say she says, "Get out of here! I don't want nothing."
Yeah. Just want to dance.
You see that a lot, when we were performing. You see that a lot. People just dancing by themselves, just having a good time, feeling good. That's a good thing.
Dancing without a partner.
Yeah,
Swinging
you
on the
just
street.
made that observation and you wrote about it. That's brilliant how you write stuff like that.
It's not. It's just really like if you write something that resonates with you or there's truth.
Yeah.
It's you know.
So the only thing about it though, Keb Mo, you be making your songs rhyme at the end of the verses and stuff. My songs don't be rhyming, man. Can I write a song without rhyming?
You can.
But your people ain't gonna like it, right? I hear you
Like,
thinking.
yeah, like there's some famous songs that don't rhyme. Hey, but you know who gave me my first writing lesson?
Who?
I was on the phone. I was friends with the same day I met Papa John Creed. 2 days later, I met Lerman Horton. Lerman
I don't know who that is.
L-E-R-M-O and Lerman Horton. And his
Okay.
and his sister lives here in Nashville. I know her. She's
Hmm.
you know Lerman died about 12 years ago. But Lerman wrote a lot of like classic blues. So he wrote one of the most famous. He's um that he wrote was um, uh, "Call the Plumber, Darling." There must be a leak in my drain. You know, uh,
You're right.
yeah, you know what I mean. Everybody knows about my good thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
I
know,
know
so
that song.
I was on the phone with him because I was talking. I've been friends with him since I was teenager, damn near. I said, "How do you write songs, Lerman?" So, that's easy. Just make sure that the end of the line is a simple word that's easy to rhyme.
That's cool. Did
Yeah.
you ever play? Did you ever play with Lowell Folsom?
Yep, I did.
Cause
He
he was
cussed me out
out
the
there.
whole time. He cussed me out.
What'd you do?
Oh, it was a place called one time. It was a place called the African. Um, it was in Pacoima, California, and I was playing there with this organ trio, and um, it was a raunchy place too. It was like the only women that came in there was one woman, and she was a man. It was
Ah,
it was kind of like old dudes would come in there like drank, and so. But they had a band in there playing,
uh,
and I think it was called the African Palace or something like that. But One night, the club owner came up to me. He said, Lowell Fulsom's coming to play, and I want you to come and play. I think he needs a guitar, but I want you to come play with him. And I came. I sat on there. Lowell Fulsom came in, and he had a guitar player with him. And I don't know why. I think he didn't really want me there, but the club owner, I guess he was, I don't know what it was, why, but I got to play the whole night with Lowell Fulsom. And the whole night he was doing like this. Like, what the fuck?
That's what you get. Good for you. You had to get that, son. You had to get it.
That was my introduction into the blues.
Yeah, there you go. I tell people that all.
You ain't doing nothing right.
Until you get cussed out, you ain't playing the blues.
You ain't playing nothing. Lowell Fulsom.
I played with him. We did.
He spanked me.
They'll get you, man. I got that from all of those older blues guys, man. When we did the Blues Summit record, you're familiar with that one, right? The Blues Summit with everybody on it.
Yeah.
And man, it was interesting. Everybody was nervous that was on that record, except Miss Ruth Brown. She wasn't nervous at all. Miss Etta James was not nervous. Mm-hmm. And Lowell Fulsom was so nervous he just couldn't do anything. He was just so nervous to be playing with BB on the record with BB. Yeah. And BB said, "Are you all right, Lowell, over there? You all right?" I don't know. My guitar keeps jumping out of tune. It'll jump back in a little bit. Just take your time. And he was just so nervous, man, to be on that record. But
no, man, they used to play Lowell Fulsom when I was a kid. And my mother's first cousin, Prentice, he would play blues every after church. We'd go over his house for dinner after church, and he was always playing the blues. B.B. King, Lowell Fulsom. And he played throwing some Dinah Washington and all this stuff. He played mostly blues. And while I was sitting there, he just played the blues all the time. I'm sitting there, this is, even that, you know what I mean? Right there.
What about Mr. Ray Charles? You ever get a chance to work with him?
After his death, I got a chance to work with him. I got to do, I know.
What you talking about?
Let me explain. All right.
What you talking about, Keb?
There's a record called Genius. I don't know. It was after the Genius Loves Company record, And Ray Charles had passed, and they had access to his. They went to the studio and went to his archive, and he pulled stuff out that he hadn't and I got to play a guitar solo on one of Ray Charles's things that he did after and it was like, it was hard.
What made it hard?
Well, it was a blues, but it wasn't a blues. It was a jazz, but it was the blues. So you had to play the blues, but it was not like a jazz. Them changes was coming. You know what I mean?
You confused me, son.
But you had to be in the blues. And I sat there with that thing, and I got it though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Ray Charles would never let me near, but I was on a couple of shows with Ray Charles, one in Spain, and I got to meet Ray backstage. I saw him, he didn't see me, and he said,
he saw you.
Yeah, but I was playing in the Madison Blues Festival. Ray Charles was headlining one year. And I was there, and I was out the audience. I went out the audience to see that, but I'm going.
He let me open 5 shows with my band for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did 5 days, and he was pretty funny, Kev. I try to be funny sometimes, make people laugh, So the Raylettes, you ever heard the story about the Raylettes, So I said to the Raylettes, he say, "So BB let you play it open for us?" I said, "Yeah." So let me ask y'all a question. Yeah. So in order to become a Raylette, don't you go there. Don't you go there. You ought to cut that out, boy. Get out of here with that. To be a Raylette, you know what they say.
Let Ray.
You got to let Ray. The Raylettes, but
I'm sure that was just overblown.
yeah, but then I was making fun of his bus. On the back of his bus, there was a silhouette of him, on the side with the piano,
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, that's a beautiful bus. It looks brand new." They said, "We just use it sometimes. We fly all the time, but the bus is here with us." I said, "Well, why y'all got Stevie Wonder's picture on the back?" And they said, "We gonna tell Ray." So, I was in my undressing room, and I hear a knock, and I go to the door, and it's the Raylette's got Ray, and he goes, "I let you play on my show, and you're talking, and I heard what you said. They told me what you said. Now, have BB ever let you open the show for him? No, he ain't. Oh, you ain't even got the answer. I can tell you right now. And you up here already talking stuff. I tell you what, but I'm gonna go see for myself." He was funny, man.
Wow.
He was serious, but he let me open for him
That's
5 shows.
Ray Charles, man, what a serious musician. What a.
Ooh, he hard on drummers. You hard on drummers too, Mr. Keb Mo.
I'm hard on everybody.
You hard on drummers.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you is.
I'm harder on myself these days because I really realize over time that like I rush a little bit.
You don't rush, man.
A little bit. I rush just a tiny bit. Yeah. I mean, I'm in time. I play in time, but I actually play in front of the beat.
In front of the beat. Now explain it to me.
Like about 5 milliseconds. Not in front of the beat.
So
Like this is the beat right here.
yeah. So here's the beat.
The song's going that way. You know what I'm saying? I like this. I hit right there. As opposed to hitting it like this.
Right.
Like this. I'm like,
Ah.
it's steady, but it's like that.
Ah.
And I think that's why I think I do like that to make, if the drummer's in time, you see like, laying back, that makes the drummer sound laid back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Because I don't understand that, but you just explained it to me.
Yeah.
See, I learned something every day. I learn now.
I learned that from when we start doing digital recordings and we can see the sound wave on the grid and see the click back.
Oh yeah.
And I go, oh, okay. And I start saying, I took how bands really play and understand the anatomy of what makes a groove.
Ike Turner, I played with Ike Turner. He taught me some stuff that I never knew how to be a better drummer.
Yeah. What do you teach you?
You have to duck when he. No, I'm just kidding. No, he taught me how to play it on the beat and make it feel like it's pushing without pushing it. It's how you attack it. Like, okay, this song, yeah, River Deep, Mountain High. You know that song?
Yeah.
When I was a little girl. No. No. You got to come in. Hey, no, man, you got to come in. I said, what do you mean? Do it again. When I was a little. No. So he wanted to go, when I was a.
Yeah.
Right there, like you just said. Yeah. So that's what you're saying.
Well, I try to teach that to drummers, and a lot of times, drummers can't really understand that sometimes. The intensity, there's an intensity.
Yes.
That pervades. The drummer has to have. It's everybody. It's not really just the drummer, because you can't. A drummer can't make a groove by himself.
No. And now Now,
Play by himself, but the minute other people come in,
that's right. Everybody got to be there.
everybody can compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna go to the Keb Mo audition school, and you send your representative to audition me, and I'm gonna play with you. We play when you come and sit in with BB, but that ain't playing with you. I want to play at your band, so tell your drummer to take a half a day off. I'm gonna play part of the show.
All right. When we come to Portland, I guess you got some in ears.
Yes.
You should when we come. You should bring.
I got Jerry Harvey in ears. Jerry Harvey in ears.
So if you got some in ears, you should bring them to the gig, and I'll let you sit on a song. You sit. Come on in. My session's coming up.
Your session getting ready to start.
Yeah.
Your engineer.
Yeah. You see my engineers here. This is Melissa Britton.
Melissa.
Hi.
That's Tony Coleman.
Welcome to my podcast. It's called Drummer Knows Best Unlimited Podcast. That means I can talk to anybody. You can eat a sandwich on my podcast when we talk. You can smoke. You can drink a beer. Anything you can do. The engineer can come in and talk too. Excuse me, Keb. I want to ask the engineer something.
Okay.
Is his timing working okay? His time?
His time is perfect.
Oh, okay. It's perfect.
That's what she said.
Let me write this down. What's the day? Today is timing is perfect. How much he?
It's pretty good for a human.
It's great. It's great.
BB used to count off like this sometimes, Kev. Well, when he count off like this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, this is the 3, 4. That's the time. 3, 4.
That's the one. That's the one.
3, 4. Show.
The backbeat come all the way from Waycross, Georgia. God dang, man.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, well, look, I really appreciate you doing my podcast for me.
It's a pleasure, man. I've been looking forward to it. I didn't want to let you know that. I don't want you to know that because I want to be able to give you some grief every time I see you. But I'm really appreciative being on
it works, you know. It works.
And the drummer does know best.
Hey, man, everybody got to have a good drummer, man.
All right. I got to get to work now.
No, man, you off today. I don't want you working today. It's Sunday, man. Why are you working today?
Because the Lord said work.
Okay, well, that's all you had to say.
All right. Hey, man. Thank you so much.